Okay, there's still ts800. I'll put it back together. I've been waiting for parts for the thing. Um, I'll share the part that I found frustrating as all hell. Just there is a block. Uh, I'd say it'd be a block, so when you're pushing down on the blade, the force would go back through the handle. So it's like an AV block or anti-vibration block, but it's not. It goes against the case of the motor, so without that, things are bending around. But if you don't get that in, so it's down there. If you don't put this in the right time, I had to pull all the mountain bolts off the fuel tank, bar, all that to get that down to where it should be, and it's a pain in the butt. So don't ever forget that. Because when I was doing the saw, it fell out, and I thought it went up here, not down there, but it's where it sits down there. It's a couple of grooves, one the horizontal groove and the vertical groove, and another vertical groove back here, plus the hose and all this crap. But anyway, I'll put the out and try and start her up. The other part about this saw, I got a servicing kit. Now that's the fuel filter that came out of the kit. That big nipple, that's the one they sent me. It's a small nipple. So that was frustrating. Well, luckily I had a bag of big ones, so that's fine, but I fixed it up. I've now contacted the guy who sent it to me, and hopefully he'll send me some more. This is a carby kit for an MS660. Had a big needle and needle and seat set up. The ones I got, I bought two kits. Let's get them. Bought two kits, and they came with small needles, which don't suit this because it came with this saw came with a big needle. So it's frustrating. You got to keep parts on hand, guys. Otherwise, I also went to Stihl and said to Stihl on a carby kit, full carby kit. Now, a full carby kit to me is needle and seat, spring, all the associated screens and stuff, as you see in this route. All the bits and pieces to rebuild a carby. That's a full carby kit. Well, this came with the full gaskets, but no needle and seat at all. So, and it took months to get the parts. Had to buy a new starter cup and stuff, because this is off another one, the spare one. I had to get a nut and all sorts of stuff, but it took months, and then after all that, I still had no needle and seat. So frustrating like all hell. But you live and learn. So this is what I do. Still, they have to pull their finger out, because what happened with Stihl years ago, you give Stihls a good saws, but they went belly up because people were sick to death, as far as I can work out. They could be bothered waiting for parts, and if you have to wait for parts, you'll go somewhere else who's got parts. And that my local Stihl dealership, freaking waste of time. Like, this is a money maker for the guy who runs the business. You can't run your business if you can't do certain jobs, which is his case, cutting concrete and stuff like that. So yeah, he's had to buy partner and Husqvarna saws to do the work, which we're going to service them next. But this is a fairly new saw. He bought this brand new probably a year and a half ago. But the needle and seat went in the carby and it caused problems and all that. But it's just parts. You've got to have parts. Well, let's just run. Okay, so we'll try and start this coil. I don't know how it's going to go. The drive drum. So you can see the drive drum. I'll come behind the camera so I can see what I'm doing. That's the drive drum. So where the fan belt sits there, or V-belt, not V-belt, serpentine belt. It got stuck on the crankshafts. So I had to put the puller on that and pull that to finally get off, because the nut was stripped on the crank itself. So I couldn't get it off. So I murdered all the ones on there, it's pretty all murdered, but I bashed it flat and all that. This is off another saw, which I have to get going to. If it makes a noise or pays up, I'll just swap it. But this is just a start to see if it starts and runs alright. Now, if you want to see a guy called Red Dog Saws commented not to go too hard on these, because the blades have a habit of blowing up when they spin too fast, which is fine, because I didn't intend to go fast. I intended to have more torque. So I poured this to numbers I use in the old silo saws, which I play with them. So it's got a fairly low intake number. The exhaust, that's just cleaned up the exhaust, just basically cleaned up flashing. So that should be good. Now work how this thing works. Still will be up, I suppose it is. Be up, I think. No. Down. Still back to front. Fuel. I'll put the cover and everything back on once I get the thing running. Do you want to see if it runs? Looks like we've got a starter pull problem. No, I just tighten everything up a bit more. Alright. Hang on. I thought might as well show you guys what I mean by murdered up. So, that's the drive drum. Nice and round and flat. See the belts come off this one quite a bit. So I'll bash it back. It doesn't rub anyway. I'll put it there. That's all it is. So I don't know if that was slipping or not. Doesn't feel like it. I'll put the spanner on the main nut there and pull it in tighter. That's about it. Should be fine. Doesn't feel like got much compression, which is weird. Should have more. Got a base gasket to lead. Alright, I'll put it back together. Hang on, guys. Right, so I'll show you this, guys. Look how cute I like it. Hang on, look at that. It's right down the road. That's a pistol grip pull starter out of a solid 635 there it was. But I just love the way it's shaped. It's pretty handy, pistol grip. So you use rope to make sure that a piston can't move. But this particular motor, because the pull starter's on this side, it's actually right here in front, so I want to make sure it's tight. So clockwise does it up. We're normally going to change it over. Yes, it's loose. Normally the left hand front. Very loose. I hope it's not stripped. I was questioning was it stripped or not before when I was putting it together. The nut that was on that is here. If you look at that, there's no thread in there at all. I'll show you closer. This is the main culprit of the saw. There's no thread in there at all, but that was jammed on the crank. So I took a lot of muck around to get this thing off. I think I saved the crankshaft so to make sure it's tight. Just go a bit more tighter. It's just this drive cup here. It's just friction. It's all this, nothing else there. You thought normally the flywheel's held by a keyway. I've got to be tight, but not too tight. So it's going to come off again one day for a drive drum, which is behind all that. That feels alright now. Alright. Pull the rope out. Now it feels better. It's rubbing a bit, but that won't matter. I'll wear it out. Alright, I'll put the spark plug in and we'll try and start it again. Because when I've done that one, I was waiting for air filter kit for this one here. This one had the parts. It's got a broken hang on, tripod. It's got a broken handle just down here. Just there, so I'm going to try and fiberglass it up or glue or something. It does run apparently, but they haven't been running for a while because the primer button on this, it's gone, it's old school, and so the spring inside of it. So that's got to be fixed up too. So always something to do. Hang on, we'll start the screw on. Well, surprise. I'll show you what I found was wrong. And I don't know why. You got a special washer, which I had to order in Germany. It took 3 months to pass. Or, yeah, two months just before Christmas. Washer's broken. So I'll show you where the washer sits. It goes behind the starter cup and it goes in the back of that drum there. It's a washer with a lip. See that part there? It goes in the hole. Now, this starter cup is a new one. So, I'm pretty sure I got it in the way it should be. But it was damaged inside the starter cup. So, hit it with rubber mallet. Make sure it's gone home where it should be. I put it back on where it was. So, I tightened it all up. And the drive drum wouldn't spin. So, it spins like that. That's just dirt in the clutch. See? That dirt crap. It's so hard. They really need to be pulled down to nothing. That's the way it should sit. I can't even get the thing off now. But as far as I know, because I'm playing with the saw, that wasn't together when I got it, so I'm jotting nut things out. That goes on like that, on a flat surface. That fits in there, so it's flat. Like that. Then another washer sits on the crankshaft like that. And then a nut, which you can't buy. Also, you get it from Stihl. That goes on that. And you tighten it up on the crank. So, I'll do that. And it's friction. That's all it is. So, I'll tighten that up. Get all buttoned up and we'll try and start it again. Okay, I put it all back together. I tightened it up. That spins the way it should. No spark plug at the moment. That spins. The drum spins. But tightening it up, I heard it crack. These washers are die-cast aluminium. So I'm hoping I haven't broken it, but I'll have to try and see if I can start the thing. But it's stupid stuff. You'd think it'd be mild steel or something, but not die-cast aluminium. That was not tight. So I was using a long reach half-inch breaker bar. Had my hand out here, so I wasn't going to tie it at all. Just touched it up snug. Alright. Okay, we'll try and start it again. So if you check on the start button, it's all the way down fast idle. So she should start. That's just it, you want to engage. Decom there. Everything's on. Fully down. Pure. Right. At least the starter motor's working. Full start. It should be off. Yeah, it's off. Why are we getting no kick? It's important mode. I'll have to check the core wires. Oh no, they were on. Must be something. I'll have to check with spark. Alright guys, another bloody problem. Haven't checked for spark yet, but that washer that broke. I haven't washed this part. That's a washer, the step down edge. That's a part number 4224-195-0200. So they call it a countering sleeve. You guys can see that hopefully. That's there you go, it's nice and clean there. So that's what they call that washer. And you need that washer to make sure the static up is centerized on the crank. But I thought that would have been a lot more stronger than that, because I hardly done that thing up. The only thing I have done different is I put a new spark plug in here. So if there's no spark, I'll go back to the original spark plug and try that one. Right, I'll do some more testing. It's bloody hot today, it's bloody humid. Terrible sweating and shit. Well, there's plenty of spark. The spark plug wet with fuel, so it should run. I've got that's start. I'll leave on that. That's more of a high oil there all the way down. Choked off. It means it's still on. So I might try and start it without this. If it doesn't start straight up, I'll pull the decompression valve off and do it hard way. Must be the carby. It's what causes all the problems all the time. The whole time, the carby. No. They might have to try some petrol down the carby. Maybe that, or petrol down the spark plug hole maybe. Gives it more fuel. Hang on. Looks like a tiny bit of a fit, so that's a factory spark plug. Can't see so bright. That factory. Hang on. Get my own shadow. That's a battery spark plug. So it's nice and brown, so it's pretty well rich. So I got a new Chinese one. So it's no petrol on that. The other, the battery one smells petrol, so it should start. With that in, you give it a few pulls and see what it does. I check the spark by pulling the lever, pulling the spark plug lead, and the spark plug back to here, and there's plenty of spark. There's no reason why it shouldn't start, unless it's just not getting enough fuel. This is a big motor. I'd say it's a MS-80 part of it is anyway. Right, we're going again. Keep that spark plug for a spare. Come on, give me a puff of smoke. No, give me more fuel then. Right, I'll put fuel down the cylinder and try it that way. Manually pump the fuel for the carby. Because the carby is the whole problem with this whole store. It used to flood so bad. You go in and they'd span it over using an electric drill. The fuel would come out the muffler so bad. But that ended up wrecking the crank. The crank nut, so I'll try some fuel. Okay, so I just put some petrol down the spark plug hole. Quite a bit because it's a big saw. So if you fire up now, you'll notice the carby, spark compression, and no fuel. So, but there seems to be fuel on the spark plug. So we'll see. Hopefully. Keep bumping that part. Right, what's going on there? Plenty of compression. Why won't you start though? That's off, that's on. Alright, check the carby out. But it should have got far out of that. Alright guys. I'll try and get this thing going later on. Too hot. Well, I wouldn't recommend this. I've taken the air filter off. Another part of doing working out what's wrong with things. If it can't suck air, it won't start either. Even if it's got fuel spark, you might get a fart or smoke, but the air filter's a Chinese one. I can't see nothing wrong with it. I see light through it, so yeah, I thought I'd do that. Doesn't seem wet in there though. It's not wet, so no way it won't work. Choke, full choke, alright. Not even a fart. Must be the carby. Not seeing any fuel. Might give another drink of fuel, I think. Not drinky, but fuel container. Just a drill. Get it out of the tank. Look at that sucker top end. I've had problems like this before, guys. The spark plug lead, you can bend it where it should be, and it doesn't work. Move the spark plug away to check it for spark, then it does work. So I could have a break in the lead without even knowing it. So you can have it where it should be. As soon as you move it back over to here, there could be a break in the lead somewhere up here. But it's hard to tell when you pull off, you see it, and you pull back, it's not. So I should get a photo of this now. I don't like doing this because I've had these backfire before. My hair caught on fire when I had my colour keys here. Right, should be filling that now. course you can't stay shooting at fuel. Starting position. Well, I'm not sure what's going on. I'll pull the carb off and have a look in there. Might be a blocked up, well, it should still fire with the fuel. Not sure what's going on there. It's got compression, but anyway, I'll have to think about it. I'll download the video, I think. Have a think about it. In other words, don't rush it because you rush your brake things. Right guys, over and out.